beautiful morning. The sun was soft and the breeze was cool. In the living room, the two sisters were chatting happily. "Let's go outside and play," they said together. They ran quickly into the pine forest near their home. Tall green trees swayed gently in the wind, making a soft rustling sound. Suddenly, a magical gust of wind swept past them. Whoosh! The wind gently lifted the two sisters up into the sky. They flew over the green pine forest and then glided past their own house below. Laughing joyfully, they stretched out their arms and happily enjoyed the cool, refreshing breeze around them. It was a truly magical and joyful flight. Today, the pig family is going to the beach. Peppa and George laugh with joy. First, the family stops to admire the bright sun over the sea.
Today, Peppa and George happily run outside to play. Suddenly, Daddy Pig walks over, holding a very long stick. Wow! Peppa looks at the long stick curiously. She quickly runs over and wants to hold it. Suddenly, lots of colorful bubbles float everywhere. George excitedly cheers and runs after the bubbles. Hooray! Yahoo! The shiny bubbles float all over the yard in the bright sunshine. Peppa and George chase the bubbles while laughing happily together. Peppa Pig and the Strange Mirror. One quiet afternoon, Peppa and George discover a strange mirror in the garden. The mirror reflects all of Peppa's movements. But for George, the reflection moves a little slower. Something is definitely not normal. Huh? The mirror turns every movement into a funny game. Sometimes seeing things differently can be a lot more fun.
Peppa shares her ice cream. Today, Peppa and George go to the park with Daddy Pig to enjoy ice cream. Oh no! George drops his ice cream. He looks about to cry. Peppa looks at her ice cream, thinks for a moment, then smiles and shares it. They share happily together. Daddy Pig looks proud. Sitting on the porch, Peppa says, sharing makes happiness even sweeter. Today is a fun-filled swimming day for Peppa's family. Everyone is excited as they head to the pool for a day of splashing, swimming, and making unforgettable memories together. Everyone steps out from the changing rooms, Peppa and George in their colorful swimsuits. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are also ready to relax and enjoy a day by the pool. Everyone is putting on their swimsuits, ready for a fun day at the pool. Daddy begins to blow up the float for his little one. Daddy is blowing up the float for his daughter. Now we can go into the water. Hey! Hey! Oh, so it turns out little brother is afraid of the water.
Hey!
The weather's so beautiful today.
Let's play hide and seek together.
Yahoo!
1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh. Huh?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh.
Peppa is sick. Today is a beautiful day. But Peppa wakes up with a red nose and a few sneezes. It seems Peppa has caught a cold. The whole family prepares warm water, soft towels, and gently takes care of Peppa so she can recover quickly. Peppa is wrapped in a blanket, lying quietly on her bed. She feels a bit tired and can't run around like usual. Peppa is given a soft pillow behind her back. She relaxes, closes her eyes, and rests peacefully in her quiet room to help her body heal. Thanks to everyone's care, Peppa gradually feels better. Her nose is less red, her smile returns, and she's ready for new adventures.
Peppa Pig and the Giant Truck. Peppa and George's peaceful morning suddenly disappears as a giant truck appears right in their backyard. Oh! Huh? The truck isn't just big, it's filled with strange things no one knows how to use, and Peppa loves strange things. George tries to push the giant wheel, but it turns out the wheel is bigger than George's plan. Peppa believes driving a truck is just like driving anything else. There's only one tiny problem. The truck doesn't listen to Peppa. And then, oops, one little push on the gas, and the giant truck starts an unplanned adventure. Finally, the truck stops. Peppa and George learn that the most memorable fun often starts with things that are way too big.
One beautiful morning, Little Pig and Little Pig were walking in the garden. Little Pig suddenly discovered a big rock. But the strange thing was, this rock could move. The curious Little Pig approached the rock, and in the blink of an eye, the rock started rolling, as if it wanted to lead the Little Pig somewhere. The stone led Little Pig into a mysterious area of the garden, where there was a small gate covered with wildflowers. The gate seemed never to have been opened. As they passed through the mysterious gate, Little Pig and Sister Pig enter a magical garden, a vast flower garden, and a giant candy garden. So the adventure ends, but this mysterious garden will surely have many interesting things waiting for Little Pig and Sister Pig to discover. Who knows where this stone will lead them next? Peppa and the sparkly bunny friend. Little Peppa was playing with her stuffed bunny. Big Peppa came over and asked curiously, "Where did you get this, bunny?" Little Peppa smiled and pointed into the distance. The two sisters ran off and discovered a magical scene, a table and chairs made of mooncakes, and a big gate guarded by white rabbits. Little Peppa sat on a mooncake chair and pointed to the gate. Big Peppa bravely went inside and soon came back, holding two more lovely stuffed bunnies. The sisters were overjoyed, hugging all their bunnies as they sat together at the mooncake tea table under the gentle moonlight. Peppa Pig and the Space Adventure. Peppa was lying in bed. The night was dark, her eyes closed. Peppa dreamed she was flying in space, with the moon shining brightly ahead. George appeared with Peppa. Both stepped into a sparkling flying saucer to travel into space. The flying saucer floated in space. Peppa and George saw planets around them, eager to explore. George woke up in the middle of the night, surprised by the sound of giggles. He turned to see Peppa fast asleep, smiling brightly in her dream, surely on an adventure among the stars. Little Pig and his sister decided to explore a forest that was said to have many strange things, but no one expected that. Today would be a special adventure. As they went deeper into the forest, they came across a giant tree, standing tall in the middle of the road, but not any ordinary tree. Suddenly, a mysterious warning rang out from within the tree. Be careful, darkness is approaching, and things will never be the same again. Suddenly, The atmosphere changed. The shadows of the trees began to move, but it wasn't the wind. Little Pig and Sister Pig ran faster, but the darkness seemed to be unyielding. And in the end, nothing strange happened. Everything was in the sisters' imagination. A happy morning starts with, a delicious chocolate cake. Oh my, who could resist? But when the baby turned around, oh what? Where did the cake go? The little pig is on a hunt. Under the table, in the fridge, even in his boots. And finally, the cake was right in the hands of the pig, eating deliciously. But don't worry, Piggy has prepared a second portion of cake for you. How sweet! The Dream of Two Siblings. It's a peaceful night. Peppa and George slowly drift into sleep, not knowing that a magical dream is waiting for them. In their dream, Peppa and George can fly. The bubbles lift them up high, gliding through clouds that look like cotton candy. Everything is colorful and full of joy. Here, Peppa and George aren't just siblings. They're brave explorers of the sky. Oh no! But in this dream, even a tumble turns into laughter and fun! The dream may have faded, but the love between Peppa and George shines bright, just like a rainbow in their hearts. Whoa! Aha! Whoa! Huh? Whoa!
The umbrella of friendship. Peppa and Susie were strolling along the street. Peppa was carrying a foldable pink umbrella. What an exciting walk! But look, gray clouds are coming and bringing an unexpected rain. Oh no, Susie doesn't have an umbrella. Don't worry, Susie. We can share this umbrella. Sharing is the best way to keep our hearts warm. Under the pink umbrella, the best friends still feel so cozy. The rain has passed, leaving a brilliant rainbow behind. Friendship is just as beautiful and sparkling as that. A meaningful day when we know how to help each other. See you on our next adventures! Peppa Pig and the Balloon. One day, Peppa notices a red balloon floating in the room. Wow! She gently taps the balloon, and it slowly drifts upward. Peppa and George jump up together, trying to touch the balloon. Suddenly, the balloon drifts to another corner of the room. Peppa and George quickly think of a new game. The balloon floats back and forth, turning the whole room into a fun little playground.
Peppa's Forest Picnic. Today, Peppa's family goes on a picnic in the forest. George chases a butterfly, making Peppa giggle. Mummy Pig sets up lunch while Daddy Pig finds a shady spot. Peppa shares apples with everyone, and George hugs her happily. The family relaxes together, smiling under the peaceful sky. Peppa and George walked into a forest full of colorful flowers. George discovered a small beehive on a branch and excitedly pointed it out to Peppa. Mommy Pig followed behind, reminding them, "Be gentle, don't scare the bees." Peppa and George picked a few flowers and put them in a small basket, smiling brightly. Daddy Pig brought a small cart to help them safely carry the basket of flowers out. Finally, the whole family stood in the flower forest, admiring the bright colors and laughing happily. Peppa and George spotted a kite soaring high in the sky and decided to try flying their own kite. Peppa started running fast, pulling the kite up, but sometimes the wind just wouldn't cooperate. The kite flew high and spun around, making Peppa stumble. But George was ready to help. Together, they ran, keeping the kite stable in the wind. Finally, the kite flew high in the clear blue sky, and Peppa and George felt so proud. Although the adventure was a bit tough, Peppa and George knew that joy came from the simplest moments. Peppa and George spotted a rolling wheel in the yard and decided the adventure started here. This wheel seems to never stop, and Peppa had to run fast just to catch up. Despite trying, George couldn't catch the wheel, but he could only laugh after every fall. The wheel didn't just roll fast, it also created a fresh breeze of flowers in the park. Finally, the wheel stopped, and Peppa and George realized that sometimes the best adventures are the simplest ones. And in the end, Peppa and George understood that sometimes letting things roll is the most fun of all. Peppa and George were walking in the park when they spotted a small wooden bridge over a clear stream.
Wow!
Peppa stepped onto the bridge, but it wobbled a little, making her feel a bit uneasy. George stood behind, feeling a little worried. Mummy Pig walked up, holding their hands and gently reassuring them. Take it slow, don't worry. The three of them crossed the bridge together, and Peppa and George were excited to see sparkling stones in the stream below. When they reached the middle of the bridge, they paused, taking in the fresh air and enjoying the peaceful moment. Finally, the whole family stood at the end of the bridge, watching the flowing stream and surrounding trees, enjoying the simple joys of life. Peppa and George spotted a wooden bridge across a stream and decided to cross it. The wooden bridge seemed a bit wobbly, but Peppa is always the bravest one. Sometimes, even a leaf can throw off your balance, but Peppa never gives up. Halfway across, Peppa stops to admire the stream below, but George is worrying about her safety. The bridge shakes a little, but Peppa crosses it successfully. Now it's George's turn. Although George is a bit scared, Peppa is ready to help him face this challenge.
Peppa and searching for shade. It's a very hot day. The pig family really needs a cool place to rest. Look! There's a wonderful patch of shade under the tree. Daddy Pig has found the perfect spot to hide from the sun. Oh, how strange! Every time Daddy Pig tries to sit down, the shade moves away. Daddy Pig has to keep chasing the tree's shadow. Finally, everyone found a cool spot. What an exciting chase for the shade! Oh!
Peppa and the Flying Teddy Bear. Peppa hugs Teddy in her bedroom. George runs in with a bunch of balloons. Peppa looks at the balloons, then looks at Teddy, then gets an idea. Peppa lifts Teddy up and smiles happily. Peppa ties the balloons to Teddy. Peppa lets go to Teddy, starts to fly. Peppa and George are surprised and run after Teddy. Teddy floats up and gets stuck on a tree branch. Daddy Pig comes in, stands on a chair, and brings Teddy down.
2 hours later.
Peppa and George jump with joy. The whole family laughs happily. Dance to music! It's a dancing day! Peppa turns on some happy music. It's time to start dancing! Peppa starts dancing! She twirls, she hops high, and she wiggles to the beat. Peppa is a talented dancer! George wants to spin just like Peppa. He spins, spins, spins. George is spinning so fast, he won't stop spinning. Stop spinning, George! George tries to stop, but he loses his balance. Oh dear, George tumbles onto the floor. Peppa giggles and helps George up. George learned not to spin too fast. Now for some slower, gentle dancing.
Yahoo!
Peppa Family Rainy Day. Peppa is dashing around, giggling with her dinosaur in hand. Despite the rain outside, Peppa and George are happily playing indoors. George is happily playing with his toy airplane.
Huh?
With a little imagination, the living room turns into Princess Peppa's castle, guarded by Sir George the dinosaur. Something's missing! George, come here! Peppa calls out. Oh dear, poor George! That chair is almost bigger than him. All hail King Dinosaur, ruler of the castle! Today is sports day at Peppa's school. All the kids are so excited. The whistle blows. It's time to start. The kids line up neatly under the teacher's guidance. Their faces show excitement and anticipation. What will be the first event? They were both excitedly talking to each other about who ran faster and reached the finish line first. The race begins! The kids run with all their might, their feet flying across the ground. Who will reach the finish line first? One by one, all the others fall behind, leaving only Peppa and Rebecca Rabbit chasing each other at full speed. The cheers from the crowd get louder, and the tension rises. Molly Cat won! Wow, she's so fast! Today is a fun-filled swimming day for Peppa's family. Everyone is excited as they head to the pool for a day of splashing, swimming, and making unforgettable memories together. Everyone steps out from the changing rooms, Peppa and George in their colorful swimsuits. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are also ready to relax and enjoy a day by the pool. Everyone is putting on their swimsuits, ready for a fun day at the pool. Daddy begins to blow up the float for his little one. Daddy is blowing up the float for his daughter. Now we can go into the water! Hey! Hey! Oh, so it turns out little brother is afraid of the water. It's a beautiful morning at Peppa's house. George Pig really loves to play outside. Mommy, Daddy, and Peppa have already gone out too. Hop in the car. Time to hit the road. George Pig loves going shopping with his family. Peppa and George love going shopping. First, we need to find the bananas.
Whoa!
Peppa Pig and the Rainbow Slide. In her dream, a giant rainbow appeared across the sky. The rainbow turned into a sparkling crystal slide. George slid down first, laughing, while Peppa waved and followed. Mommy Pig and Daddy Pig joined, leaving trails of shining light. It turns out, Peppa was dreaming on the green meadow, her smile still shining. Oh, wait. Perhaps Peppa is still dreaming.
الصندوق الغامض. اليوم اكتشفت بيبا وجورج صندوق هدية جميل أمام باب المنزل. كان الصندوق مربوطاً بشريط أحمر جميل. شعرت بيبا وجورج بالفضول، ولكن من وضعه هنا؟ حاولت بيبا الطرق عليه بلطف. يا إلهي! اهتز الصندوق وكأن شيئاً يرقص في داخله. قرر جورج أن يجلس على الصندوق، لكن بدأ الصندوق يصدر صوتاً دق دق دق، مما جعل الاثنين ينفجران ضحكاً. ركضت بيبا وجورج بسعادة خلف البالونات، وضحكاتهما تملأ الحديقة. اتضح أن هذا الصندوق الغامض كان أجمل هدية على الإطلاق.
The Giant Tire.
Yay!
Today, Peppa and her family discover something surprising in the backyard. A giant tire. The tire is so big that everyone has to look up. It's like a tall, round tower. Peppa and George are so excited. They run around the tire, jump up and down, and giggle happily.
Huh?
Daddy Pig gives it a little push, and the tire starts to roll. Oh no! Now the giant tire is rolling across the garden, and everyone laughs as they run after it. At last, the tire stops and turns into the perfect place for Peppa and George to play. What a funny and exciting adventure! One morning, Peppa wakes up and looks around her room. Toys are scattered all over the floor. Books lie in a messy pile on the desk. And the blanket and pillows are all over the bed. Peppa puts her hands on her hips, sighs, but decides she will turn her messy room into a tidy, cozy place. Peppa starts picking up each toy, sorting them by shape and color, then placing them into different boxes. One for cars, one for stuffed animals, and one for building blocks. Each time she closes a lid, she stacks the boxes neatly against the wall. Peppa folds her blanket carefully, smoothing out each corner. While folding, a big teddy bear hidden inside the blanket falls to the floor. Peppa giggles, hugs the bear for a moment, then places it neatly at the head of the bed, right next to her favorite pillow. After dusting the desk and arranging the books neatly, Peppa steps back to look at the whole room. Everything is clean and tidy. The floor is clear and shiny. Peppa lies down on the bed, hugs her teddy bear, and enjoys the cozy feeling of her freshly cleaned room. Peppa and George are playing with a balloon in the park. A strong gust of wind blows the balloon up into the sky. Peppa looks up at the balloon, startled. George points at the sky, following the balloon with his eyes. Peppa and Daddy Pig start running after the balloon, trying to keep up as it flies higher. Peppa and Daddy Pig run across the grassy field, their legs moving quickly. George runs behind, watching the balloon and smiling. Peppa and Daddy Pig spot the balloon caught in a tree branch. Peppa points at the tree, excited to see the balloon. Daddy Pig uses a long stick to try and reach the balloon from the tree. Peppa hops around happily. Peppa and Daddy Pig are happy to have rescued the balloon. Peppa holds the balloon in her hands, smiling. George jumps up joyfully. The pig family sits down together and continues to play in the park. The pig family arrives at a farm to try being farmers for the day. We're going to be farmers and take care of the plants, Peppa says. Everyone gets ready to start working on the farm. Peppa and George start watering the plants. I'm going to water the plants so they can grow big and strong, Peppa says. George helps his sister by watering around the garden. Peppa and George begin to pick ripe tomatoes from the garden. Look, our tomatoes are ready, Peppa says. The pig family continues to pick vegetables and put them in their baskets. After a hard day's work on the farm, the pig family sits down to enjoy the vegetables they just picked. We can eat what we've grown with our own hands, Daddy Pig says. Everyone enjoys a meal and feels proud of their hard work. After a hard day's work, the pig family sits down to rest. Being a farmer is fun, but I like playing more, Peppa says. Daddy Pig laughs and says, helping on the farm is good, but playing is fun too. The whole family laughs and feels proud of their work.
Peppa Pig and the alarm clock. One morning, Peppa and George notice an alarm clock on the table. Suddenly, the clock starts ringing loudly. Peppa gently touches the clock, and the ringing stops. But when George presses a button, the alarm rings again. In the end, the clock becomes a funny part of their morning. The magic carpet in the living room. Peppa and George are playing when suddenly the red rug begins to wiggle. Look, the rug is lifting up. A magic carpet right in the living room. The carpet whisks them out the window, soaring through the bright blue sky. After a long journey, the carpet brings them safely home. What a wonderful ride! No one knows the secret of this magic carpet, do they? Aha! Go! Go!
Peppa Pig and the Secret Room. Peppa is happily playing in the living room when she suddenly discovers a small hidden door behind the curtain. She wonders what surprises might be inside. Peppa pulls George close and opens the secret door. Both siblings step into the dimly lit room, hearts racing with curiosity, light peeking through the tiny window. Peppa and George quickly run down the stairs, and right at the bottom, they find a pile of old toys, cars, dolls, and the toys they once loved. Peppa and George eagerly approach the pile, their eyes lighting up with joy as they reminisce. Together, they gather the toys and head back to the living room to show Mummy Pig and Daddy. Mummy Pig walks in and smiles at the sight of Peppa and George happily playing with the old toys. She smiles with warmth and happiness. The whole family sits together in the living room, reminiscing about the fun memories with the old toys. Laughter fills the room, bringing everyone even closer. Peppa Pig and the Sad Teddy Bear. The teddy bear is lying on Peppa's bed. Peppa plays with a Rubik's Cube. George runs past and accidentally bumps the teddy bear. The teddy bear falls onto the floor. Peppa turns around and sees the teddy bear. Peppa walks toward the teddy bear. Peppa bends down and picks up the teddy bear. Peppa gently brushes the dust off the teddy bear. Peppa hugs the teddy bear in her arms. George stands nearby and watches curiously. Peppa puts the teddy bear back on the bed. Peppa sits next to the teddy bear. Peppa sees George, and they both smile happily at each other.